About a month ago, I uploaded a video covering the brief use of AI in the horror film Late Night with the Devil, concluding that I would abstain from watching the film in theaters as a form of protest. Since then, the film has released on Shudder, and after watching it, I felt it was fair to do a follow-up review. But there's just one problem with that. The problem being that I don't remember a single thing about this movie. Every time I try to think back to what I watched, all I remember is that there wasn't much I saw that wasn't in the promotional material. The only information that was unique to the actual movie was that this bearded guy is a skeptic who is present to debunk these strange happenings in the show. He has this check for $100,000, which is the equivalent to about $500,000 today, to anyone who is a real ghost. Needless to say, he doesn't do his job too well. What bugs me about this film the most is that it is constantly in the wrong decade. The AI-generated title cards and the political cartoon look like they're from the 80s. The found footage film that they made themselves looks like it's from the 90s. The show itself looks like an early 2000s parody, which it doesn't look it because my footage is very laggy. But just trust me on this one. I'd love to give them a pass for being an indie project, but that actually makes it twice as unacceptable. All you have to do to make your movie look old is to make it look like shit, which an indie company should have no problem doing. The same company made Skinamarink. That movie was boring, but at least it actually looked old.
What you are about to see is hardcore, concrete evidence that making your film look vintage isn't actually that difficult.
I don't understand what is difficult about buying some shitty equipment off of eBay. The best part of this movie is the little girl. I like that she keeps staring at the camera. That was cute. I like how well she played the devil. Aww. Also, this little jingle lives in my head rent-free.
Jack and June went up the hill to fuck each other's brains out.
The TV show host has a dead wife, and it plays out almost entirely like the Daniel Thrasher skit.
How did we miss that?
That little clump of hair isn't gel, folks. It's blood.
Couldn't that have been from the fall?
The what?
The fall? I mean, maybe he bled a little from falling to the ground?
Fall. My dead wife and I's favorite season.
I'm sorry for your loss, Detective.
She and I used to rake large piles of leaves in the backyard and then jump into them. And then afterwards, we would give each other little tick checks. Because ticks love piles of leaves.
If you don't mind me asking, how did she pass?
Tick bite.
Funny as it may seem, I actually believe that last reading may have been meant for me. Minnie is the private nickname for Madeline, my wife.
They make note of the fact that she had lung cancer even though she wasn't a smoker, like that matters in the real world. Like, yeah, in the 70s they wouldn't realize that being in a room with several chain smokers is as bad as being one of them, but this is a found footage film. More specifically, a found footage film that introduces us to what the 70s were like, implying that we are in the 70s no longer. Certainly, you have this basic information by now. Another annoying thing about this film, it's supposed to be found footage, but you're constantly seeing things from other people's perspectives. Like, their mental perspectives, their flashbacks and hallucinations. How are you catching this shit on camera? You can easily sum up this movie with the following. Oh no, my show sucks and my wife is dead. Spooky thing happens. Nuh-uh. Spooky thing happens. Nuh-uh. Did you know that your show sucks and your wife is dead? This is a bad idea. Your wife wouldn't happen to be dead, was she? Oh my God, she is!
Your mother sucks cocks in hell.
So bottom line is, if you've seen all the trailers, you've seen the movie. And if you haven't, well, go watch them. It's more enjoyable that way. Jack is in the cult. There's no implications for that.
Name something people take with them to the beach.
Turkey?
The first thing you buy in a supermarket.
Turkey.
A food often stuffed.
Turkey.